up, everybody? Welcome to CTR Strolling Talks Football and happy Thursday. Today we're going to be doing another ranking. This time it's going to be all the NFL head coaches. I bet you're wondering why I'm doing this before doing the wide receivers, and to be completely honest, I'm probably going to be saving that one for last because that is going to be the hardest ranking out of all of the positions in my opinion, because there's so many talented receivers that it's going to be really hard to do a top 32. I could just do a regular tier list, but that would take forever, so I'm trying to do a top 32, and I kind of have to create a draft because that's going to take a long time. But I think NFL head coaches will be interesting today because there are so many head coaches. There are some that are really good. There are a few that we really don't know yet because it will be their first seasons. And then there will be a couple returning coaches that we do know how they were when they once were a coach. So it's fair to rank them. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get this started. Alright, so here we are at the tier list. We're doing it normal tier list style because it's kind of hard to rank 32 to 1 with these coaches because there are so many that we really don't know about, and there's a lot of coaches that are very similar to each other, so it's kind of hard to rank them 32 to 1 right now. But at the very top, we've got the elite coaches. Below that, we've got the great coaches. Below that, we've got the okay coaches. Below that, we got the coaches that are not ideal. Below that, we've got the trash coaches. And at the very bottom, we've got the coaches that we have no idea yet because they're brand new. Alright, sounds good. Let's start off with a coach from the AFC East. We got this organized by division here. We're starting off with Aaron Glenn. And already right off the bat, we have no idea yet. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't believe that he's been a head coach yet. Now, again, correct me if I'm wrong on this. So this will be his first year as a head coach. And we have no idea how he's going to be. Even though in the preseason, his vibes are not starting off that strong. His offense is looking pretty bad. But at the same time, it is preseason, so let's not judge way too quick. We'll just go on with basically an open mind. We'll see how he does. Up next, we got Sean McDermott. I think he's an elite head coach. You might think he should be down here because the Bills haven't made it to the dance yet. But with how good he's kept the Bills going for this long, it's honestly impressive. Now, if he doesn't do anything, maybe this season, maybe he'll be down here, but I don't know. I still think he's one of the best coaches in football. Up next, we got Mike McDaniel, trash coach, man. He's the definition of a great coordinator, but terrible head coach because his clock management is one of the most laughable things I've seen in this league. It's awful. And the worst part is the Dolphins are refusing to change anything. They just signed him to an extension. They're going to be bad for a good amount of years. Up next, we got Mike Vrabel. Now, this is his first season as a head coach for the Patriots, but we already know how he is as a head coach since he coached for Tennessee, and we already know he's an excellent head coach, and I think him in New England is basically peanut butter and jelly. For one, he's an excellent head coach when it comes to clock management and controlling a team. And then also, he used to play for the Patriots. He knows that system very, very well, and he knows the organization very well. It's going to be perfect there. If the Patriots do anything this season, whether it's going to playoffs or having a really good record, Mike Vrabel is going to have a very big part of it, in my opinion. Next, we got John Harbaugh. I'm not going to lie. I used to think he was up here, but now I think he's down here. He's still a really good coach. But one thing I really do notice about him is that he challenges the most stupidest shit ever. If there's a play where you're it's close, but you're obviously oh yeah, it's a first down, he's going to challenge it. Are you kidding me? Plus, he's really, really over-aggressive. I'm not sure if he's one of the best anymore, but he's still a good coach. Up next, we got Mike Tomlin. Man, this is weird. I still think Mike Tomlin's a good coach, but I think he's mad overrated. Now, I think he's a good coach when it comes to being good for that organization. He's been a part of the Steelers for a while. He's won 2 Super Bowl rings, and he has been an excellent coach there. But the thing is, I think his time's run up there. There's been way too many times where they haven't done enough. The best they can do is 9-8, 10-7, and they always lose in the first round of the playoffs. And if you're just okay with that, then fine, be okay with being mediocre. But if I'm the Steelers, I'm gonna want change. And even though Mike Tomlin's a good coach, his time's run up. Up next, we got Kevin Stefanski. I really do think he's a good coach, but he hasn't done enough for Cleveland to keep himself there because I still think he's a good coach, but only 2 winning seasons, that's all you bring to the table, that's going to be questioned for a bit. And we already know Cleveland's not going to be great this year. Like, in fact, I think they're going to suck. And Kevin Stefanski's going to get asked a lot of questions about it. Up next, we got Zach Taylor, not ideal. Now, he's not one of the worst coaches in the league, but he should have been fired last year, especially the fact that Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase have been putting up career numbers, and they didn't even make the playoffs. Like, he needed to go, like, probably 2 years ago, and they haven't changed anything. Like, I don't think he's that good of a coach. Up next, we got DeMeco Ryans. I think he's a great head coach. I think he's great for that system. I think he's great to his players, and I think he's a great coach overall. Like, him with the Texans was probably one of the best moves the Texans have made in the last 5 years. Up next, we got Liam Cohen. We have no idea yet, but so far, he's given off really good vibes. I have confidence that he is going to be a great coach. We just have to see how he does. Up next, we got Shane Steichen. I think he's okay. Like, nothing really screams, like, great with him. Like, nothing really screams, oh my gosh, we need to keep him. Like, he's definitely replaceable, but he's also not the worst coach ever. Up next, we got Brian Callahan. Now, even though the team is trash, I think he's a part of it. I think he's a garbage coach. Dude, his clock control is horrible. His clock management's one of the worst in the league, man. Like, how did he even stick around after last year? Up next, we got Andy Reid. He is probably one of the best coaches we will ever see. Honestly, this might be crazy to say, but he is probably a better head coach than Bill Belichick. Like, he is that damn good. Up next, we got Pete Carroll. Just like Mike Vrabel, we already know how he was as a head coach. Even though he is with a new team for the first time, we know how great of a head coach Pete Carroll is. Now, whether you love him or you hate him, you got to admit that he is a great head coach, and I think he will do wonders for the Raiders because they've been stuck with shitty coaches the last 5 years. Up next, we got Sean Payton. Even though this guy's an ass, he's a great head coach. And also, you got to admit, like, even though he does play his favorites and he's not the perfect coach ever for Denver, they went from Nathaniel Hackett to Sean Payton. Like, that's a night and day difference. So, if I'm a Broncos fan, I would definitely be thankful that they have a coach like him now. Up next, we got Jim Harbaugh. Fantastic coach. Fantastic coach. I almost want to put him up here, but I just can't yet. Dude, just like the Broncos, like, the Chargers hit a home run with signing Jim Harbaugh. Just came off of a national title with Michigan just to coach the Chargers, and even though they didn't win a playoff game, they found success. And plus, just like the Broncos, they went from Brandon Staley to Jim Harbaugh. Like, they got to be blessed right now. Like, he's an excellent hire. Up next, we got Brian Schottenheimer. I know he's been a head coach before. I just don't remember, and I have no idea, but all I've been hearing is that he was a terrible coach, and hiring him was one of the most laughable things ever, but I just really can't give an opinion yet. Up next, we got Brian Daboll. Man, I think deep down, I think he's a decent coach, but right now I think he's not ideal because other than that one winning season, which was a fluke, by the way, he hasn't done shit. Like, he hasn't brought the Giants to a winning record other than that 1 year where they won a playoff game. But other than that, like, the Giants have done nothing but fail. And honestly, if he doesn't do anything this year, he's going to be gone. Up next, we got Dan Quinn. Now, even though this dude's history of being a head coach isn't the strongest, I will give him credit. He coached his ass off last season for the Commanders. So I'm going to put him in okay because it would be pretty wrong to put him up here with these guys. But he did do a great job last year, and I think he will do a great job this year. Up next, we got Nick Sirianni. Now, even though this team did just win the Super Bowl, and even though the Eagles have been in winning situations ever since he's been hired, I don't think he's a good head coach. I think his clock management is stupid. I think he blows leads way too much, even though the Eagles are a damn good team. And I think he's an arrogant prick. Like, I don't think he's a good coach. Like, fight me on it. I think the only reason the Eagles are as good as they are right now is because of the talent they have around them and their coordinators. I don't think Nick Sirianni has anything to do with it. Up next, we got Kevin O'Connell. Fantastic coach. He is one of the best coaches in football. Not only is this dude a great head coach, he's a quarterback whisperer. People try to say that Sam Darnold really improved last year, which he did, but I think a huge part of that is because of Kevin O'Connell. And I think if J.J. McCarthy has any success this year, it would have something to do with him, but it would mostly have something to do with Kevin O'Connell. He's elite. Up next, we got Matt LaFleur. I think he's an elite head coach still. He might not be the greatest head coach in the league, but I do think he is one of the best when it comes to clock management and how to control a team. He's done great things for years now for the Packers, That is the only reason why they've been in winning situations, in my opinion. The Packers definitely do have talent, but I think without him, the Packers would be like an 8-9 team. Like, I'm just being honest. Up next, we got Dan Campbell. People might not agree with this, but I think he's one of the best coaches in football. He might be over-aggressive. He might take chances at the worst possible times. But what he does is care about his team. What he does is he wants everything good for his team to happen. He loves his team like family. Like, you gotta respect the hell out of him, man. There's nothing more I want from a head coach than a coach that will fight and die for his team like family. Like, that's all you can ask, man. Up next, we got Ben Johnson. We don't know yet, but I do think he will be a great head coach. I am predicting that he will do great things for Chicago. Up next, we got Dave Canales. Now, he did start off pretty rough last season, but I think he coached his ass off in the second half. I'm going to say he's an okay coach because we really don't know too much about him yet, but I think this season will be very telling whether he is a great coach or not. We'll see. Up next, we got Raheem Morris. You might not agree with this, but I think he's a trash coach. Like, I don't think he's a good coach at all, and last season was very telling who he was. Like, how does a team like Atlanta, without much talent as they have, start off so strong but end off so shitty? And he was a huge part of it. His play calling was dog shit. His clock management was also awful. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if he's fired this season. Up next, we got Kellen Moore. We don't know yet, but this has got to be one of the most vanilla, like, new coaches we've ever had. Like, nothing's being said about him. Nothing's been said, like, how he's been doing yet. Now, sure, it's preseason right now, but nothing's really telling whether he's going to be good or not. Like, I really don't know. Up next, we got Todd Bowles. Even though this coaching career is awful, he has done pretty decent for the last 2 years for the Buccaneers. So, you guys might not agree with this, but I'm going to put him as an okay head coach. But one slip up this season will get him to down here. Like, he's hanging on by a thread. Up next, we got Kyle Shanahan. Even though I think he is on the hot seat right now, I still think he's a great coach. Now, if you want a coach that's going to lead you to a Super Bowl, this is one of the last people you want to pick because he chokes it like it's nothing. But what he does do is win games when it does matter in the regular season. Playoffs will be a little bit trouble for you, but when it comes to regular season coach, he is one of the best in the league. Up next, we got Mike Macdonald. Honestly, even though Seattle has been a little bit disappointing the last couple seasons, I think he was very impressive. Like, I think he's going to do better this season. If he really is that great of a coach, this season will be very telling for him. But so far, he's impressed me. I think he's a good coach. Up next, we got Sean McVay. This, in my opinion, one of the best coaches in the league. He's one of the smartest coaches I've ever seen coach football. Sure, he had one bad season, but honestly, any other head coach would have had a bad season with how terrible that team was. But other than that, he's kept this team in a winning position as long as he's been a head coach. Like, he has been so goddamn good, it's been unbelievable. And finally, we've got Jonathan Gannon. In my opinion, he's got to be one of the most average coaches to me. Like, he doesn't scream bad coach, but he doesn't scream amazing coach either. Now, he has been doing solid things for the Cardinals, but he really hasn't done anything for them either. Like, I don't really know, man. Like, he's so plain to me. And there you guys have it. That was me giving you guys a tier list of every single head coach. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Now, I know there will be some things you might not agree with, like having Todd Bowles over Nick Sirianni, but let's have some friendly debates in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below who you think is the best head coaches. If you don't say Andy Reid, you're wrong, but still, give me your opinion. But all jokes aside, let me know down below who you think your best head coach is, and let me know your favorite head coach as well. Anyways, that's where I'm going to be done for the day. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, turn on notification bells so to miss any of my videos whenever I post. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys next time.